As US forces now withdraw from Afghanistan after 20 years, who will be completely in control? This is the Taliban leadership. Right on top is this man. His name is Haibatullah Akhundzada. Mullah Akhundzada is the Amirul Momineen, or the commander of the faithful. Right on top, he's currently in Kandahar, hails from Kandahar. Will he be the head of the government, or will he control from outside? That remains to be seen. He is from the Pashtun community, hails from Kandahar, is of the Nurzai tribe. Seen more as a religious preacher, a qazi, an interpreter of rules than a field commander. Of course, he has been in battle. But one man who will play an extremely important role is this man, Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar, or Mullah Baradar. He heads the political wing. So right on top is Akhundzada, 3 deputies. The political wing is headed by Mullah Baradar, a Pashtun, Durrani, Sadozai tribe. He spent 8 years in a Pakistani prison. But the most powerful military man, someone who's considered extremely close to Pakistan, is Sirajuddin Haqqani, heading the Haqqani network. Now, this is where Pakistan's ISI will become extremely crucial in the days ahead. Known as the sword arm of the Taliban, heads the Haqqani network, a Pashtun, spent his childhood in Pakistan, Zardan tribe. Now, Haqqani network is seen as somebody who operates at the behest of Pakistan's ISI. Now, what also is extremely crucial at this point of time is that it's the Haqqani network that's in charge of security of Kabul and areas around. Will there be fissures? Will there be fissures, for example, with Mullah Yaqub? Mullah Yaqub's father is the founder, or was the founder, of the Taliban, Mullah Omar. Mullah Omar, his sister is Mullah Baradar's wife. So they're also related. Now, Mullah Yaqub is very young. He's considered the future leader of the Taliban, but he was in his 30s, and that is why he said, let somebody else head the organization while I gain military experience. So he's the military commander. He's been a part of various operations against the West, but then he says he'll wait till he takes over the organization. Now, he's in charge not just of the military wing, one part, but also ideology and religious affairs. So while these are the faces, there are of course others, but what's extremely crucial is this organization called the Rahbaris, or the Shuras. Now, why does this become extremely important? The Rahbari Shura is a group of leaders of the Taliban who fought against the Soviets. Now they sit back in a place called Quetta in Pakistan, and that is why they're also known as the Quetta Shura. Amongst the Shuras, they are the most influential and the most powerful. Why are they influential and powerful? Because they control the hierarchy, the leadership on important issues. Even Mullah Akhundzada has to consult the Shuras. Promotion of Taliban commanders, who will be appointed where, how will a certain law will be interpreted. All of that is done by the Quetta Shura. Of course, there are others. There's a Shura in Peshawar. There's one in Miram Shah. Equally important, but first amongst equals, amongst these council of Taliban, or the Shuras, is the Quetta Shura. So this is how this organization is likely to function in the times ahead.